Know that you've said that you cannot teach a man or tell a man how to be a man. So I will not ask you to indict men in this question. But I do want you to speak, Iyanla, to how women need to, position ourselves so that we can be in our divinity, so we can have our crowns right, how we can create and not build, when some of us, quite frankly, feel that the men that are available to us, and I'm talking about across the color spectrum, across the age spectrum, trust me, I've done them all, they are not positioned to protect nor provide because of some of the statistics we just talked about. They're not earning the incomes. They're not having the resources, and some of them are not even showing up in the leadership.
Would you date a bus driver? Would you date a bus driver?
If he owns the bus. If he owns it. If he owns the bus.
See, that's a problem. That's a problem. That's a problem. Okay. Because the standards and requisites, and I'm not talking about him laying on his sofa playing video games all day. I'm not talking about that. But the standards and the criteria that we use to measure men is off for who we are as women and who they are in this society. I would date a bus driver if he loved driving the bus, if he was a man of integrity, if he was good to his mama, if he treated me well, I would date a bus.
Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Beautiful sisters, by the way. Iyanla, you know how she is. But the sister on the left, a beautiful sister. I'm glad that she mentioned this because she said that, what do we have to do for women when we have to position ourselves? Because she basically said that she went through all the colors, all the types of guys, and it's turning out bad for her. And what she tried to do, she tried to get Iyanla on her side to try to jump men, and Iyanla didn't let her have it. So she was confused and she was drawn back, and she couldn't even clap back because had Iyanla been a man, she would have gave him that smoke all day. Then she put in her place. You said that, okay, we can't find those providers. We can't find those guys in those leadership roles and all those different things. We're trying to position ourselves. Women are trying to position ourselves to find that type of guy. And when she hit her with the whole, would you date a bus driver? She sat there and she got stuck, and she had to think about it. She didn't know what to say because the first thing she thought about was, well, why would I want a guy that's a bus driver? Because that's a lame. That's a lame to me, man. Why would I want to date a bus driver? Why? That's not something that I need to show off. Man, look here, man. And that's why Iyanla, I'm glad that she said this. She said, I would date a bus driver as long as he loved what he was doing. He was an outstanding guy. He appreciated his mama and treated her right. See, you're missing the point, ladies, or chicks. I'm going to say chicks. Chicks are missing the point. You're missing the point because at the end of the day, why would you know how many guys out here are doing things illegally or doing things or working jobs that they really don't want to work, that they really hate, and then when they get home, they going upside your head, and you sitting all pretty and fine and stuff, but you got somebody who hate their job, and they coming home, they pouring all that on you. Meanwhile, if you get a bus driver, whether he owns the bus or not, let's just say if you got a regular bus driver, it doesn't matter. See, she didn't ask you how much the bus driver made. See, let's just say if the bus driver had all those things, all those perks that she was asking for, that you required as far as your standards. You want the man just to own it, just to show off. You're more about the display, and you want the other stuff. You want a whole thing in one blunt, and it just don't work that way. There's a lot of guys out here that's garbage men, electrician, plumbers, but you forget about these people. Guys out here that fix drywalls, that do construction. Guys out here that operate on bicycles, have bicycle businesses, go-kart businesses, but you don't care about that. Or let's just say they're regular employees. You don't respect the employees, but you want the boss. And a lot of times these bosses ain't ish at all. So let's just say the bus driver made $200,000 a year or $150,000 a year. You wouldn't want him because he just drive the bus. You can't have your cake and eat it too. And I'm glad that our sister Iyanla threw that in her face and let her know, like, look, a lot of us got it all wrong these days. Our standards for what we try to put on guys is just basically unrealistic. It's some good brothers walking around out here, and a lot of y'all out here feel like because you got fans and you got supporters that think just like your ignorant ass, you feel like that it's okay to just find a whole bunch of people and just jump on one brother or jump on a couple brothers when these brothers try to cry out for help and say, look, man, junk ain't right. For the past 4 or 5 years, for the past 3 to 4 years, I would say brothers been standing up tall and they've been standing up strong. And they've been letting y'all know what's up. And for the sisters that understand our pain, that would love to scratch our back as we scratch yours in return, holler if you hear me. The brothers ain't complaining. Look, man, don't waste your time with women that think like this or chicks that think like this, because these gonna be the ones that take you up through there in them courtrooms and they have your ass on your knees crying like a little baby, crying like Scooby-Doo in the middle of your living room with nothing left, all because she wants something for a display. So if a woman like that, if a chick like that, think that way, man, imagine what she'll take from you. Imagine how she'll leave you howling. Find people who like you for you, fellas. Stop going for the looks. I understand looks is a big thing. You can go for the looks, but look deeper than that too, man. You ain't gotta get out here and get these 10s or these 9s and all that. Look, if that woman is beautiful to you and she got a beautiful soul, take it. Don't be, look, it's all smoke and mirrors out here, bro. And a lot of them out here asking for things that they don't even really have themselves. Okay? So look, I'm glad Yana fixed her life and put her in her place. Cause again, had that been a man, she would have gave that man hell. I'm so glad.